Hi, this is Mr. Smith, and in this video I'm going to be going over what I call the syllabus cheat sheet for AIM. So if you look in Blackboard, you can actually find the complete syllabus, and I would encourage you to look that over more thoroughly, and if you have any questions, just let us know. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, here's our contact information, and the one thing I'd point out is that email is probably the best way to reach us. I know for me, my email goes directly to my cell phone, so normally that's the best way to get a hold of me. Let's move on to the next page. Let's talk about materials. So the first thing you're going to notice is there's no textbook. So we do have a lot of resources and materials that you'll get through Blackboard, but you do not have to buy a textbook. However, you will need to buy the AIM homework packet, and my understanding is it's about $20, give or take. You're also going to need a calculator. You can either get a scientific calculator. Here's one that we recommend, this TI-30X2S, or a graphing calculator, preferably the TI-83 or 84. So make sure you understand this. It's important that you have one of these. You can buy a graphing calculator for about $100, or you can save yourself some money by getting a scientific calculator. This calculator goes for about $13, give or take. So the main thing is that you have a calculator at all times. On days when we use a graphing calculator, if you don't have one, we will let you borrow one, and that includes on test days. So it's ideal to have your own graphing calculator. There's a lot of places you can look, ask your friends, maybe a brother or sister, somebody may have one hanging around. You can go to pawn shops, you can go online. Just be careful. We've had students every semester that get good deals. You just want to be careful. So last thing I want to say is a 1 to 2 inch binder is recommended. It's a great place to put all your homework. As you complete it, you can put it back in. You'll find it's like it's been in the past semesters, the homework packet is not very good. If you could move your homework to a notebook, that would be ideal. And you can also organize your notes in that 3-ring binder. As far as grades are concerned, we have 7 tests. Basically a test about every other week, and that's 63% of your grade. We have homework, and then the final exam is worth 25%. Passing grade in this course would be minimum of 70%. Really hope you're shooting a lot higher for that, hopefully an A or B, but at the very least a 70%. And just watch out for absences. Anything more than 7 is considered excessive, and 7's a lot of absences. I would just really encourage you to miss as few days as possible. You'll be amazed at how much you miss in just one day. So just be real careful with that. The last thing I want to mention here is that basically whatever your grade is in Math 1314, A, B, or C, that's going to be what you're going to get in Math 0314. The exception is if you stick it out and you get through the whole course and you get a D or an F, then as for the 0314 portion, we'll give you the average from your first 3 exams. Classwork, homework, and tests. So homework, again, is extremely important. We're going to assign it daily, almost every day, and it will be collected the following day normally. Generally, no late homework is accepted for any reason. The only exception that we have is we'll give you some passes, just to give you a little bit of flexibility, and when you need to use one of your passes, you can turn in a late homework. But you will only have about 5 of those, 3 to 5. How do we grade the homework? Basically, half your homework is going to be based on completing the beginning problems and the review problems. Those problems you're supposed to go online and check your answers, make sure you correct anything that's wrong, and make sure you're showing your work. And if you're doing that, you're going to get 50% of your 100 points, 50 points, and the other 50 will come from the graded problems. If you've done a really good job on the earlier problems, then you should be prepared to do the graded problems. We do drop the lowest 5 homework scores at the end of the semester. And again, can't stress this enough. Homework is really key. So you need to be almost stubborn about it. You got to get that homework done on time and turned in each day. As far as the tests are concerned, we generally don't do retakes. If you know you're going to miss a day, a test day, just let us know ahead of time and we can arrange to have you take the test at a different time. Normally what we try to do is figure out a way to get you to take the test before the next class meeting. If it's too late to do a retake, or we don't do a retake because it's not excused, then you would get a 0. But whatever you get on the final will replace that score at the end of the semester. All right, let's move on. Attendance policy. Well, we've talked about this. Just be real careful with attendance. Very important. I've had students that literally were B students and they missed a few days in a row and they came back and felt overwhelmed and ended up dropping the course to our surprise. I just really encourage you to be real careful about attendance. Even when you're gone, you have access to the notes. So try to stay on top of things if you miss a day, or when you come back, get help, do whatever you need to do, but don't fall behind on the homework. That's really important. As far as withdrawals are concerned, we can't withdraw you. That's something that can only be done through the help of a counselor for any course that has a college prep portion to it. So normally you got to have a pretty good reason to drop the course because of that. And I would recommend also that you talk to myself or Amy. A lot of times students can be a little bit hard on themselves. We'd be happy to talk with you and let you know what we think. And if you have a really great reason to drop, then make sure you do it the right way. But if you're not sure, just talk to Amy or I, and we'll be happy to try to help you out with that. We want you to make a good choice for you long term. Sometimes students will disappear, they don't drop the course, they end up getting an FX, and they come back a year or two later and they find that they're on probation. So just be really careful with that. We will be using group work. In fact, you'll be doing a lot of pair work in this class. Just really encourage you to find someone in the classroom that you can work with, and you're just going to find it's going to make things a lot more enjoyable, and we're going to get a lot more done if we can work together on things. Last thing here, disabilities. If you have anything that might cause you to have any, if you have any kind of disability that may cause you to have any problems in this class, then make sure you call this number and they'll get you set up for some possible accommodations. Last thing here, let's talk about email. Just because you're a student at San Jac, you automatically have a San Jac email, and if you haven't already set it up, you can just go to this email address and just follow the instructions. If you have any problems at all, call these guys, that's the tech support, and they'll make sure that you're taken care of. The other thing you can do is you can get your email set up on your smartphone, which is something else they can help you with. And that way you don't have, you can basically on your cell phone get all your emails in one place. So just make sure that you're using your student email, your San Jac email with all your instructors at the college. We're supposed to be using it for any kind of communication with the college. Again, I would remind you, this is not the complete syllabus. There's other things that you'll find in the complete syllabus. And if you have any questions about those, just let us know. That's it.